Ladies and gentlemen, do you want to live in a country where they send medical death teams to your home to euthanize you, but you can't even find a family doctor? Do you want to live in a country where they allow no-kill animal shelters, but you're not allowed to have a no-kill human shelter? My name is Angelina Ireland. I'm from the Delta Hospice Society. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm a patient. I'm a cancer survivor. I've spent the last 10 years with the Delta Hospice Society. We built and created a hospice, spent $8 million to create a sanctuary for the dying, only to be taken from the provincial government because we refused to kill our patients. Ladies and gentlemen, we need healthcare sanctuary in this country. The Delta Hospice Society wants to provide a sanctuary to the people, to take care of them, so they will not be mated, and we are not allowed. We're not even asking for any money from the government. We will do this on our own, but we are not allowed. We are asking for healthcare sanctuary in Canada. You see, the world can see what's going on in Canada. It's an embarrassment. But yet we are not allowed to have sanctuary in this country. This is a human right. We are being denied. The problem, of course, is that after Carter, where they only granted access to people to have MAID, it is now being compelled. It is being compelled across the entire medical system. If you're in a hospital, if you're in long-term care, if you're in a hospice, in fact, you can get mated in a funeral home, you can get mated in a park. What you can't get is any ability to hide from a predatory MAID regime that has been created. We're asking for sanctuary. We have story after story. My colleague Alex has told you there are hundreds of people who've been mated inelligibly and nothing is happening. In fact, MAID providers are acting with impunity. MAID providers are being granted millions of dollars to produce publications like this one that I'm showing you right here, which in fact instructs doctors in our countries and nurses in our countries that they have an obligation to bring up MAID to their patients. We consider this counsel to suicide. That is against the criminal code, and nothing is happening. The Delta Hospice Society has to go out and create cards for people to carry with them to the hospital, which says, I require health care, not MAID, so they will not be attacked, so the elderly will not be attacked when they get into the emergency wards, as we have documentation trying to convince them to MAID themselves, when all they need is health care. MAID is being solicited, MAID is being recruited for, and we want sanctuary. What we're asking is for the Canadian people to stand with us and to demand sanctuary spaces, to allow the Delta Hospice Society to once again have a hospice and not be shut down by the government. This is what it is to be Canadian. To be compassionate is not to kill. To be compassionate is to take care of the weak and the vulnerable among us. We ask you to call the Delta Hospice Society 1-800-232-1589. Get your own card. Get your own customized card to carry in your wallet to protect yourselves. We ask you to call and tell us your stories, what's happened to you inside of the medical system. What we need is a grassroots movement for hospice and healthcare sanctuary. And I know the Canadian people will support me. Thank you very much for your time today.